Every culture harbors its darkness. Warnings passed down through generations, cloaked in terror and blood. Tonight, we descend into the abyss of mankind's primal fears. These aren't just stories. They're the embodiment of all we fear in the dark. The creatures that exist in that liminal space between nightmare and reality. In the frozen wilderness of North America, when winter's grip tightens and food becomes scarce, the Algonquian tribes speak of a transformation more horrifying than death itself. The Wendigo, born from the ultimate taboo, when hunger drives human to consume human flesh. But the meal is just the beginning of the horror. The transformation is agonizing. Limbs elongate until joints crack and split. Skin stretches thin across a frame that grows impossibly tall, and the hunger, it never ends. The Wendigo whispers to the desperate, the isolated, just one bite, it promises. Just a taste of what you crave, and the pain will end. But those who listen find themselves becoming the very monster they feared. And the most terrifying part, in the winter of 1878, Swift Runner, a Cree trapper, murdered and devoured his entire family during a harsh winter. When captured, he claimed the Wendigo's spirit had possessed him. To this day, psychologists recognize Wendigo's psychosis, the morbid desire to consume human flesh, as a documented condition. In the seemingly safe streets of modern Japan, when darkness falls, she hunts, seeking validation for the beauty that was violently taken from her. Kuchisakana, the slit-mouthed woman, once a beautiful wife whose husband, in a fit of jealous rage, carved her face from ear to ear with tailoring scissors, whispering, "Who will think you're beautiful now?" She approaches lone pedestrians, her movements jerky and unnatural. Her voice, muffled behind the mask, carries an eerie sing-song quality as she asks,
"Watashi kiri?"
"Am I pretty?" The question is a trap. Answer yes, and her eyes will narrow with pleasure. Slowly, her pale fingers will reach up to her mask, removing it to reveal the horror beneath. A mouth sliced from ear to ear, gaping wounds held together by crude black stitches, teeth exposed in a perpetual, grotesque grin.
Kordemo tire?
Am I still pretty? There is no correct answer. Say no, and she flies into a rage, slicing you with her scissors until your face mirrors her own. Say yes, and she becomes jealous, determined that no one should be more beautiful than she is. The scissors flash, and your fate is sealed. In 1979, panic gripped Japan when reports of Kuchisakona sightings swept the country. Schools sent children home in groups. Police increased patrols. Parents warned children never to answer strangers asking if they were pretty. The only escape: confuse her, tell her she looks average, neither pretty nor ugly, or throw hard candies at her feet. She'll be compelled to pick them up one by one, giving you time to flee. But don't look back. Never look back. In Navajo tradition, there exists a being so deeply feared that many refuse to speak of it, especially after sunset. To name it is to invite its attention. The Skinwalker, a witch who has murdered a close family member to gain the ultimate forbidden power, the ability to wear the skin of any animal and take its form. Unlike the shapeshifters of European lore, Skinwalkers are not creatures of myth. They are human beings who have chosen to corrupt sacred knowledge, breaking the most fundamental tribal taboos. They tap on windows at night with elongated fingers. They mimic the voices of loved ones with unnerving accuracy. "Let me in," they whisper in the voice of your child, your spouse, your parent. The Navajo described them moving impossibly fast, yet with a strange, broken gait, as if the human inside hasn't fully mastered its animal form. Eyes that reflect like an animal's, but with human intelligence behind them. Skeptics dismiss these as superstition. Yet across the Navajo Nation, homes are protected with blessed ash, doorways rimmed with salt. And when unexplained sounds come in the night, many Navajos still refuse to look directly outside, knowing what might be waiting to lock eyes with them. Along the waterways of Latin America, from Mexico to Argentina, mothers have for centuries warned their children to come home before dark. For when night falls, her wailing begins. La Llorona, the weeping woman, beautiful Maria, who drowned her own children in a river to be with a man who had rejected her. When she realized what she had done, madness took her, and she drowned herself in the same waters. But death brought no peace. Now her spirit is condemned to wander riverbanks eternally. Her beautiful face transformed into a skull when glimpsed head-on, her eyes empty sockets weeping blood and river water. Her cries are unmistakable. Ay mis hijos, oh my children. Those who hear her wails are marked. Those she mistakes for her drowned children vanish, their bodies found days later in the water, faces frozen in terror. In 1957, a young girl in Mexico City was found drowned in a canal. Before her death, she told friends a woman in white had been calling to her from the water for nights. In 2018, a group of teenagers filming near a Texas river captured on video what appeared to be a woman in white moving through water, but nothing was visible to their naked eyes. Some say her legend was created to keep children away from dangerous waterways. Others believe she represents the conquered indigenous peoples, weeping for their lost children. But those who have heard her cries in the night know the truth. In the darkest forests of Eastern Europe, where ancient trees block the sun and pathways shift without warning, there dwells a witch whose judgment is as swift as it is unpredictable. Baba Yaga, neither demon nor human, but something ancient and liminal. Her hut stands on chicken legs, rotating to face those who approach. Her fence is constructed from human bones, topped with skulls that watch intruders with flickering flame light. She flies through the forest in a mortar, using a pestle as her rudder, erasing her tracks with a broom made from silver birch. The forest parts before her and closes behind her, leaving no trail to follow. Those seeking her wisdom must approach with proper respect and gifts. Be polite, be honest, complete her impossible tasks without complaint, and she might reward you. Lie, steal, or show disrespect, and you'll join the collection of bones that fortify her dwelling. In modern Russia, when children vanish in forests, when strange lights appear between trees, when livestock die mysteriously, the old people still make protective signs against evil and whisper, Baba Yaga takes what the forest demands. In 1989, a Soviet newspaper reported that workers clearing forest for a new development in Siberia found an unusual circular clearing where nothing would grow. At its center, a peculiar arrangement of stones resembling chicken feet. The development was quietly abandoned. 5 legends from cultures across the world, each born from our most primal fears: hunger, vanity, corruption, grief, judgment. Science tells us these are merely stories, cultural warnings crafted to explain the unexplainable or enforce social norms. Psychology calls them manifestations of collective anxieties. But as you lie awake tonight, remember this: these entities existed long before scientific explanation. They persist despite our rational dismissal. They wait in that liminal space between waking and sleep, between belief and doubt. And they are patient. So very, very patient. Which one waits for you?